All right, what's up? It's your boy Big Head. Coming at you, man, with another review. This joint right here is definitely wasn't on my list, and I think we're gonna make it happen though. This was a day one purchase, so I mean, honestly, that already told you that this is a possible, game that's up there. But then again, it could be another like cyberpunk situation. Don't want that to happen. I still got hope for that game. Anyway, I digress. So, going over Dying Light 2 today. I'm going to do a little comparison to the first game, even though I didn't really play it that much. And I'm definitely going to dive deep into this game. As deep as I can go. Granted, I haven't beat the game yet. Sorry. Like I said, I'm not a YouTube creator, content creator, so I don't have time to be dumping hours upon hours into games like this. So, I get to it when I get to it. But I wanted to get this review out, for those people who are just like, kind of on the fence. I don't know. So this is for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm making this joint for you. I'm going to go over the sound, the graphics, the gameplay, the replay value, the story. That's very important. And then at the end, I'm going to drop a score on it, give my honest opinion, whether or not it's a day one purchase or not, whether or not it's worth that $60. Hasn't got that $70 price tag yet, but, please, if you like the content, even if you don't like it, I don't care. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that nonsense, and let's get into it. All right, man. First thing I'm gonna go over is the sound. This topic I'm not gonna really dive deep into because it's not like I got some state-of-the-art headphones or anything like that. I got some Turtle Beach joints, and honestly, those, they get the job. I'm able to use the 3D audio a little bit. Granted, I am gonna upgrade my headphones. I plan on getting Astros 850 joints pretty soon. So, speaking of sound, let's just jump right into it. This game is definitely better played with headphones. If you got a nice surround sound, it's good. Somebody's gonna think you're watching a zombie horror flick or something, but with the headphones on, especially if you're doing night missions and shit like that, because it really brings the game alive. Like just playing through the beginning, for example. Through the tutorial stuff, they show you that you creep out monsters or zombies, whatever. Then they're gonna wake up. So I noticed like creeping in I guess it was an apartment complex or something. But anyway, I could hear a zombie over there waking up, and that's the other thing. Like, I haven't got the mechanics of how the algorithms work just yet, so I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm like, yo, is that junk up? Is it wait? So I kind of got it now. You can definitely hear the chase scenes. I'll dive more into that once I go into gameplay. But when you're getting chased by the virals or whatever you want to call them, you can't hear it. Behind you, left, right. So you don't even want to look back because you gotta keep it moving. So if you're playing on PS5, man, 3D audio is definitely more immersive. Definitely makes the game feel more life-threatening, I guess. So now, the big topic that a lot of people care about, especially I think little kids, graphics. How does the game look? Now, as you know, there's 3 modes. You got the performance, quality, and the 4K or whatever. So I tried them. Honestly, the games started out in performance mode. Boom, right off the grip, which is like a dumbed down 4K version, but it's running at 60 frames per second. Now, in my humble opinion, I believe when a game is at first person, it should be 60 frames. Because it's like, when it's in 30, you get this motion stuff, and it doesn't feel kosher. You know what I'm saying? So I tried the 4K and everything. Honestly, I didn't really notice a huge difference with the lighting and all that stuff. So with that being said, I left in performance mode because I wanted my shit running silky smooth. All that running and parkour in first person, and you're like jumping and diving, all this other nonsense. You want it to be running smooth. You don't want no hiccups, whatever. So if you're playing on PS5, Xbox Series X, definitely. But if you're all about the game looking pretty, then hey, you put it in 4K, ray tracing, all that good jazz. It's probably gonna be running at in 1080 when you enable the ray tracing for Xbox Series X. If I read that correctly, make sure you choose whatever fits your playstyle. Now, speaking of graphics though, the environment looks gorgeous, but the characters, they can use some work. Some of the characters honestly look like something off of Borderlands, like cell shaded, but look real good cell shaded. And if anyone doesn't know what that means, it's basically like cartoons. Like they just don't look believable. Like if you play a game like Last of Us, that they took some time in their character models. I don't even know if these character models was, modeled after real people, except I know Rosario Dawson is up in there. Obviously, they use her face for that. But other than that, man, the graphics are good enough. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's not next-gen quality. Like, we're still not at that point of getting a next-gen game. Like, honestly, I haven't seen a game. I know I'm going off to the side, so I haven't even seen a game that had to be on PlayStation 5 except Ratchet & Clank. Ratchet & Clank just looks like a straight up Pixar Disney movie, and it deserved every bit of the praise that it got. I did a review on Returnal earlier. Honestly, I can see that game coming to PS4. It'll just have some load time. That's about it. Let's get into the gameplay. This is what matters the most. First thing right off the rip that I noticed, and grant you, this is at the beginning of the game. Like, I haven't even really gotten deep into the game. I haven't even got to Rosario Dawson's character yet. I think I'm ranked 2, but I've already noticed some problems. First thing I noticed, well, this is probably the biggest thing, and it's not that big. Copy and paste. And I didn't even hear that term until I was reading something about Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West about this whole copy and paste thing because of the jump move, whatever. Anyway, I noticed I jumped from one rooftop and I hear this guy say, got stung by a bee. Then 2 rooftops later, it's the same guy getting stung by a bee. Now that, come on. First off, there's not much going on. All the zombies on the ground. Like, you could put a few more people up there. I saw some people conducting some kind of meeting, and then there was like one dude conducting a funeral. That's great. But the bee sting guy, get rid of that dude, man. Like, come on. That's just laziness. Maybe it's not laziness. Maybe they just went a little overboard. Like, they could have put him on the east side of the map and then again somewhere far west or something. But like in the same area, like the same section. Another big part of this review, the controls. Now, if you play Dying Light 1, you're a little familiar. And it feels pretty similar to Dying Light 1. Granted, the controls are a little tighter. Like, they feel a lot better. I'm still getting used to I was getting used to R1 being the jump button. But you get used to that real quick. I thought there was a dash button, but no, he just runs. And you just constantly hear this dude breathing hard and running. That's another thing with sound. You hear that in the sound. It's sharp, man. Like, the parkour feels natural. Like I said, playing it in 60 frames per second makes it way, way better than playing 30. Honestly, I might try the 30 just to see, but that's part of the reason why I kind of didn't finish Dying Light 1, because the 30 frames per second thing just kind of was feeling. I did hear rumor though, they're releasing an update, the next gen for the first one. Then I might jump back into the first one. But until then, I don't know, learning curve. If you know anything about the first one, then the learning curve is not that much. Progression is a little slower, but it's more meaningful in this game. I feel like it took me forever just to get to rank 2, but from what I gathered, it's not like you're gonna get to rank 100 by the end of the game. The progression is so much more meaningful because it's mainly dished out with your combat and parkour. There's a few bugs in there where you can exploit to hype that parkour up and that combat. I saw one the other day, old boy was just jumping from one rooftop to the next rooftop and going back and forth in a circle, and he got mad parkour points. And then if he did it at night during the chase, you got like ×10. I'm definitely working on getting more parkour moves, see how that go. Maybe I might do an updated video later on showing how the game is afterwards, like trying to trophy hunt or anything like that. Tower system. Every game, I feel like almost every open world game has it, but how they do it is very important. I do kind of wish the tower system was implemented for the fast travel, which is not the case. Fast travel system though is the metro system. You have to unlock the metro system. There's not that many around, but the map is not really that, like it's just big enough to where running around on foot doesn't seem like Skyrim. I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm talking about. So I can understand why they didn't have all those fast travel points. So the kind of tower system they have is mainly uses hideouts and safe havens for when, like if you're getting chased at night, boom, you can jump into that and the rivals can't get you. It's called the windmills. Kind of like Assassin's Creed, you gotta find your way up to the top, you gotta climb, and the difference is, if you ain't got enough stamina, you ain't making it. Assassin's Creed, you ain't gotta worry about it. I kind of like it. I mean, it gives you a way to go between the night and day cycle, UV lights and all that stuff, but I'll get into that when I jump into the story. Combat. Like I said before, your progression system is based off of your combat and your parkour, so combat is very important. Now, there's not really any guns. I mean, I think they got some bows and some crossbows, but it's mainly hand-to-hand combat or melee weapons. Just like the first one, you can craft melee weapons. If you use it too much, it's gonna break, then it's done. Combat feels smooth. I will say being in first person, a lot of times I misjudge the enemy swing and I got hit. Like in this one mission, we had to fight this big dude swinging like this hammer or something. And I thought I dodged it. And he wound up smacking me in the side of the head. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I ain't dodged hard enough. So, oh well. But the combat is smooth. The drop kick, that's something you have to get right away. I wish you could get it right away, but you know, the tree goes, you have to go. But you gotta get the drop kick. Just drop kick everybody. Fuck it, who cares? I jumped on the fast travel, not much there. What else can I do with gameplay, man? The gameplay is so smooth. Like, you got zip lines. I mean, you'll see in the video, you look down, you can see my gameplay. I ain't taking no one else's gameplay, it's mine. Running around, and it's a smooth experience. Honestly. So the big question would be replay value. Big head, Monty, whatever you want to call it. How's the replay value? A lot of times to me, like when the game is just game of the year material, platinum level, I can jump back into it. For example, God of War, Last of Us 2, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Those are classics. I'll jump back into it. Dying Light, I can see myself jumping back into it to do one, the side missions I missed. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes that jump back in and try to change my decision. I ain't got time for that. Because honestly, Horizon's about to come out, you already know how that goes. So I jump back into it for the side missions. And then they're talking about supporting this game for like the next 5 years. So any little extra stuff they throw in there, any, what do you call that, the paid DLC, I might pay for it. Might not be day one paid DLC like I did with The Witcher, but I'm definitely gonna pay for it and I'm gonna do it. Let's jump into the story. Meat and potatoes, man, meat and potatoes. Like I said before, man, the characters, as far as the way they look, they just look cartoony-like, almost. I mean, some of the characters, who can I say? Nope, never mind, none of them look really real. Even Rosario Dawson's character looks cartoony. And they're not really, and I've seen this in a lot of other people's reviews too, and they're not really relatable or like make you care about them. Like games like The Last of Us or The Witcher, like you want to know, like when you do a side quest for a character, you're like, man, I want to know what happened. So you like keep doing it. That's the shit that keeps you up, you know, make you late to work the next day because you just want to finish that mission and see what happened. Nope, not in Dying Light 2, man. Only time I'm up is I want to see the little cursor on the screen that says save so I can hit my checkpoint and I can go to bed. I put in like an hour or whatever on that joint and I'm good. Like the characters are not interesting. I don't care about their problems. It's their problems. And they don't make you care about it. Protagonist, what's his name? Aiden. Whole time he's looking for a sister. Like he's looking for a sister so much, it almost gets annoying. And it's not like his persistence, I can understand if it just happened He lost his sister when he was like 10, and now he's like 30. And it's like, dude, what you been doing this whole time? I mean, if you ain't find it by now, like, took you 20-something years. So honestly, you kind of get tired of hearing about him looking for his sister. It almost feels like a Fallout vibe, honestly, if you ask me. But in that case, completely understandable because you're looking for your kid. Apples and oranges, I guess, you know, whatever. So the antagonist, I guess you can call him, be this dude named Waltz. Seen him once in the beginning. I'm pretty sure he's gonna pop up later on during the game, but he's not a dude to be fucked with. I'm not gonna do any spoilers on where you meet him at and all that good stuff. But I mean, you'll just see. He seems like a real a-hole. And it kind of feels like him and the people he worked for was up to like some Resident Evil shit. Like they was trying to make some kind of weapon or something. And that's how the whole viral got broken out. Like I said, these characters have no emotion. I had a mission where I was dealing with this lady and her brother, and it just didn't seem like any kind of emotion between them two. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just, I don't know. Maybe they got to work on motion capture or something. It just wasn't there. The story, like I said, is just a lack of feeling. Like a lot of times when you play in a really good game, it feels like you're playing a movie, and you like a really good movie, and you were just really engaged in it. And this wasn't it. This wasn't it. But running around the city and doing the parkour and all that stuff, man, it is so fluid. Don't get me wrong, I think it would feel a lot better if it was third person. They did a good job, man. Techland did their thing. Man, I said all of that. I don't even know how long this video is, but hopefully you guys got a good understanding on what I'm talking about with this video. I gave you some of the good, some of the negative. Like I said, if you're all into the story and all that stuff, then I wouldn't recommend this game for you. If you're one of those type of games who like to seek trophies and like to just collect stuff and challenge you, real quick, let me jump right into the zombies at night. When I was playing the first night, like, I always stayed away from night. But now the way they did it, it made it more rewarding because, for one, during the day, all the zombies, the most threatening zombies anyway, are in the buildings. So if you go in the building trying to find loot, more than likely you're gonna get fucked up. Let's go be honest. So if you wait at night though, all the zombies come out and you can go in the building. Now, caveat to that is, at night you got these things around called howlers. Don't want to fuck with them. As soon as, but you know what? I'm gonna try killing one day. I'm gonna try it. But as soon as they see you, they scream, and basically, it's like calling the cops in GTA 5. You even have like meters. It's not like a star. I mean, it's like a star system. You know, GTA, if you get up to 5 stars, you're pretty much done. Like, if you get out of that, you are a master. Same thing with here. You got a chase meter that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get up to 4, stand by, because you about to get jacked up. That part of gameplay definitely makes it worthwhile. Speaking of gameplay, though, I know some people want to know about co-op. Right up the grip, co-op is available in this game, but it's not cross-gen or cross-platform as of yet. Like for instance, me, I can only play with other PS5 players, not even PS4 or Xbox, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna patch that pretty soon. I put mine on public. I had one guy jump into my game, and I mean, we just did a little bit of a story mission. It was pretty cool. I didn't have no hiccups, no lag, or nothing like that. And the only thing I hated about it was, even though it was my game, to progress in the story mission or any mission, I had to wait for him to come over there and kick it off with me. I don't know, maybe they'll change it. Now back to my opinion. Day one purchase, depends on what kind of game it is, honestly. If you're a casual gamer, I would say this is not a day one purchase. This game will go on sale, just like they all do. I mean, what's the next holiday coming up? It's one of those, I don't know. But they're gonna have a sale, and it's probably gonna be $40. Perfect time to get it. If it drops to 30, which I don't think it will, definitely get this game. Good experience. I mean, it's definitely something that's gonna hold you over until that one game comes out that you really want, whether that be Horizon or Elden Ring. From what I can hear, that the story mode from the get-go is already like 20 to 30 hours. So it's not gonna take you that long, especially if you're a hardcore gamer. I mean, if you're someone like me who doesn't really game that much, then it's gonna take you a while. Like I honestly think I'm not gonna finish this game before Horizon comes out. Forget all that nonsense. It's time to put a score on this joint, right? But everything I said, man, the gameplay, the character models, the story, I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5. Can't give it an 8. If the story was there, I'd give it an 8, but it's not. So it's gotta be a 7.5. Make sure you check out my other videos, man. I just dropped that Battlefield joint like a couple weeks ago with an unbox. I'm out.